Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see about castings, basics and high pressure die casting. So let's move on. Introduction to casting. Casting is one of the oldest and important manufacturing processes of all the time. In casting, metal is melted and poured or injected into the mold cavity. Then the metal is allowed to solidify and then the required shape is produced. It is widely used for components ranging from small parts to large machine housing. So the basic elements of casting system includes pattern, mold, core, gating system, and riser. Pattern is the replica of the required component and it is used to create the mold cavity. Mold. Mold is Mold contains the cavity and holds the molten material. Core is used to create internal holes or cavities when it is needed. And then gating system. This is the path that carries the molten metal into the cavity. Riser acts as a reservoir for the molten metal and compensate for the shrinkage produced during solidification. So, based on the mold production and usage, casting can be classified into three major categories, which is the first one is expendable mold casting. In this method, the mold we are using is destroyed after the casting is removed. So, for each casting process, a new mold is generally used. This casting includes sand casting, investment casting, shell casting, plaster mold casting, and ceramic mold casting. With these castings, we can produce engine blocks, machine birds, and complex metal components. So the second major category is permanent mold casting. In this method, the mold is made from a durable material such as steel or cast iron. So there can be no need for new mold every time. It can be reused as many times as possible. So the subtypes are gravity die casting, pressure die casting, which includes high pressure and low pressure, which we see in the hollow sides, and squeeze casting and permanent mold centrifugal castings. With these casting, pistons, wheels, houses, and automotive components are produced. The third category is special casting process. These processes use specialized techniques to produce a particular shape or size of required shape. It includes centrifugal casting, continuous casting, last form casting, vacuum casting, skews casting, and then slush casting. With these processes, pipes, turbine components, aerospace parts, and long metal products are produced. Like all manufacturing processes, casting also have some advantages and limitations. Casting can produce complex shape and produce a wide range of metals, and internal cavities can also be produced using casting. But however, porosity and shrinkage defects may occur in casting, and based on the process, dimensional accuracy and surface finish may vary. Let's move on to the high pressure die casting. So high pressure die casting is a permanent mold casting process in which the molten metal is injected into the die cavity at high pressure and high velocity. Due to the high pressure and high velocity, it is suitable for high volume production. And the alloys we use are aluminum, magnesium, and zinc alloys. These casting provide repeatable geometry and good surface finish. The main components of HPDC includes die, injection chamber, plunger, runner and gate, cooling channels, and ejection system. Die. It forms the cavity of the required shape. The injection chamber. It receives the molten metal and carries it in a steady place. Plunger. Plunger is the thing that forces the molten metal into the die cavity with high pressure and high velocity. Runner and gate, these two guide the molten material into the guide cavity by maintaining the pressure. Cooling channels, they control the die temperature and allow it to solidify. Ejector system, after solidification, it removes the made shape with pins. So HPDC process. This process is it includes first melting. First, the required metal is melted and it is introduced into the injection chamber. And then plunger injects the metal into the die at a high velocity. As we said before, pressure is maintained during solidification. After the solidification, the die opens and the ejector pins removes the casting. Runner and excess metal are trimmed. Let's see the working process. I think you all understood. Then, the advantages and limitations of HPTC. In this casting process, good dimensional accuracy and excellent surface finished materials are used. And as I said before, due to the high velocity and high pressure, high it is suitable for high volume production. And the limitations include the major disadvantages high initial die cost and gas porosity may occur and process parameters require control, that is the pressure. As we said, pressure is maintained at constant, so it requires control. And the HPDC is widely used to produce automotive engine parts, transmission housings, motor housings, pump bodies, electronic housings, and structural components. And that's it. Thank you.